associated to our topic. So, what is a government, and how should a government be, and what does a government have to do for its people, and what is the inevitable duty of the government to that of people? And as a student, what do you expect the government could do for your better future? And if you were to become a president of your nation, what change you think you would make at first? So it's quite interesting. So if you're a student, many of us, actually the scams and the recent lack of transparency on national exam, like by a national testing agency, has put the future of almost every student in danger. And it became a good concern. That became a primary concern of everyone. Should we focus on the national test exam? Because you know there is no. Okay, yeah, the question is copied here. So today I need you to maximum participate in topics, no matter how bad you are at English. Okay, you can say using whatever you have, even if it's a small words, like even as I say always, small drops can one day make a big ocean. So just always keep it in your mind. And so let's get started. So Zia, are you with us?
Yes.
Zia, your voice, I can't hear your voice properly. Is it the same with everyone, or am I the only one who is facing hearing her voice? Is she audible to everyone?
No, her voice is not clear.
Okay. Zia, are you here? Okay, Didi, are you with us? Didi, are you with us? Very good. We just got four people here. I don't know why. So, do you think that we can run a conversation with this only four people? Okay. Okay, Zia, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Sorry for the interruption. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Sir, what was the question?
The question was today. The topic which we planned and set up for today is the government. So Zia, I think you're a student, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you study?
Sir, I have just enrolled in MA Political Science in AMU.
Okay, MA Political Science. Interesting topic. So you must be aware
Yes,
of
sir.
the political affairs and what are like the dimensions of the politics. So are you in the first
Yes,
year?
sir.
Okay, you just enrolled. I don't think your classes
Yes,
are
sir.
started till till then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your classes are yet to get started, right?
Sir, from August 15.
August 15th.
Yes, sir.
15th. Okay, interesting. So I think this topic is a way. Is a way close to your major, your domain, which you're gonna pursue from the August 15, like the government.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of a government? Is there any? I mean, I don't want you to give me any explanation that you got from the internet or from somewhere else. How can you define the government?
So, a government, we can define it as a group of people who has power to rule the government, to rule the country, or to govern by some rules and regulations for the welfare of the people.
Exactly, but that's not your definition. I need your definition. You got me?
No, sir.
Okay. The government is a set of, representatives. I mean, the people who represent the nation, right? We call them government.
Yes, sir.
It has a well-defined system and governed by a set of rules. Okay. So this is what you understand, and this is what that come up. I mean, with your mind when we say government. Okay. So what do you think? How should a government be? What should be a government? Like, how should a government be, according to you? You can also relate this topic with the recent, incidents like the lack of transparency and the national test exams cancellation, and students are in trouble. Opting admission for higher education institutions. So there are many problems that have took place just in recent days. I mean, on recent days. So you can relate all of them. What do you think? How should a government be? Khadija, are you aware of the topic?
Yes, sir.
I expect you would come up with some interesting ideas and perception regarding our topic. I hope you have it. I'm so much excited to hear your words since you are a good speaker, like Aliza. Oh, she left.
Sir, I just need time to think.
Okay, okay, you can take your time. Okay, Aliza. Aliza is also a good speaker. So if Zia is not willing to talk now, Aliza can take the mic. Aliza, are you with us?
Aliza has left.
Very good. So we have Ariba. Ariba, are you willing to talk?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Why my mic gets muted sometimes? Yes, Ariba, can you hear me? Ariba?
Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Are you aware of our topic today?
Yes, sir. That is government, right?
Yes, government. Like there are some related questions, sub questions, like what is a government according to you, and how should a government be, and what does a government have to do for its people, and what is a the inevitable, like the important duty of a government to that of people. And as a student, if you are a student, what do you expect the government could do for your better future, like as a student? Okay. And if you were to become the president of the nation, like what change you think you would do or you would make at first? I mean, at your presidency.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to tell that what is government. So, sir, government is a group of people or a body, or I can say a kind of organization, which is responsible for managing the country, for for working the development of the people, and which is responsible for representing the nation at the international level. So I think it's the government. And
Okay, and the next one?
the next, how a government should be. So, sir, in my opinion, a government should totally uh, devote government should work for the totally devote for the welfare of the people, and a government should work for the development of the people. And there are so many, sir. There are so many areas where government should work aggressively in order to reach the country at a in order to uh, reach the country at a developed nation. As we
What?
all know that. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible. Wonderful words. Yeah, go ahead, please. Elaborate.
Yeah, sir. As we all know that India is still a developing country, so government should work like that. That one day or in coming future, India will become developed. So this the government should work like this.
Very good. So, as a student, what do you expect the government could do for your better future? Many things are corrupted, and students have still concern about, even the National Testing Agency recently emerged as a massive source of scam and profound of the lack of transparency. So, so at this point, like relating all this, it happened on recent days. So, as a student, what do you expect the government could do for your better future?
Yes, sir, as a student, and first of all, I would like to talk about the recent event which is happening in our country, and it is related to one of the highly competitive exam that is NEET. So, sir, and it is not just about NEET. There are so many exams. I just am not able to remember their names. So, government should government should work properly, and government should maintain the transparency of the government exams, because one day or the other we get news from somewhere that this or that exam get released and there is some scam like that. So, government should maintain transparency here, because it is ruin the money of the students, and as well as hard work, and it ultimately lead to the distress and affect the mental health of the students. So government should work in that area. And apart from that, as a student, I would like that government should increase infrastructure in education industry. Uh, and also there is another thing that government should also, as we all know, that there are a lot of vacancy in medical field and in law field. So government should fill that vacancy, so that if government is trying to fill those vacancies, so then it will create employment for the like students who are from law background, or for the medical students. So yeah, and government should also as I told you, that education infrastructure. Yeah, sir. These are the things which I can recall right now as a student, that government should work in that area.
Very good. Very interesting. Very impressive. Thank you so much. So, like, you can also, the rest of the people, who is in listening section, you also able to, they are allowed to raise questions uh, regarding any words she said or any quote she mentioned or any point she has. You can contradict with her, or you can either contradict or agree. So the choice is yours. She mentioned many couple of, a lot of things. So we'll go next. Aliza. Are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why you just left us?
So it's a पता नहीं net का बहुत issue इधर there was like a lot of issue with my nets. I just like on my own mobile data, then it's working right now.
Oh, okay. I'm happy that your net is working properly right now. Okay.
I
So are you
actually joined just now, so like just can you let me know what we are discussing right now?
okay? Today we got an interesting topic. Like we are talking about the government in general, and we got some, I mean, specific questions. Like, what is a government for you, and how should be a government? Like, how should a government be, and what does a government have to do for its people, and what is the inevitable duty, like a necessary duty of the government to do that of people? And as a student, what do you expect the government could do for your future betterment or the better future? And if you were become to a president of your nation, what change you think you would make first?
Well, there are a lot of questions, but as a like government is what I
No, no. I
consider.
mean,
Hmm.
some people said at the beginning, I asked the same question, and some people said government they are the representative of the nation, and the
Yeah,
things
yeah.
the nation is governed by a set of rules that has been prepared and pre-designed, which we call Constitution of India. Okay, and that's the preamble of India. So the Constitution has a preamble, and there are this, set of fundamental rules have mentioned. So these rules and this law has to be distributed for the people who deserve that. But I need you. Like when I say government, what does it come to your mind? Like how does it seem to you? Like what is a government to you? I'm not asking the literal definition for the government, by the Google or somewhere that you read. But when I like generally say government, what picture that captures your mind? What I mean,
For me, like I won't say the current situation about the government right now. I will talk about that later. But for me, an ideal government is the hope of people because we are following mostly democracy everywhere, and they are like the choice of people by the people, and we need like this government is. I personally believe government is the hope of people because they are choosing them. They want them to vocalize their problems, whatever they are facing, because the government is just not a single person. It's actually a multiple people who are actually arising from various areas, and they are required to vocalize their issues, vocalize their rights, vocalize their fundamental rules. So personally, I believe it's hope, and government is again required to solve the issues whatever people are facing. Even when government is just not only on the central level, we know that central level we have state level, we have local level. So government is absolutely necessary because we need some order,
Mhm.
rules and regulations to follow. And if there is
Exactly.
no rules and regulations, then it will be very difficult for us to like coordinate things. And even on very local levels, we have panchayats. Why do we need panchayats? We know that because we need to solve issues by a proper coordinated manner. It cannot be just done through like fighting and all that stuff. But we need a proper
Exactly.
thing. Governments are like representatives, as it is mentioned in the literature. So governments are representatives. That's why we need that. Personally, if as a student, I believe government because I'm a student, I want to talk about the poverty thing because uh, the thing is government has to do a few things that are very important, that they have to provide the basic needs like roti kapda makan, we say, right? So we need food, we need shelter, we need proper income, employment is a very major factor because India as an Indian, we are facing with the overpopulation, and with that much population it is very difficult to generate jobs, and that also well-paying jobs, which is becoming very difficult right now. So we need we need good investors, we need good companies, we need the government to like express themselves of that they can show that investors can come, and they can be like protected uh, with their like by the government is like they have to show that they are trustworthy. So that is what is important right now. Further, as a student, I will mention I'm someone who is interested in research. I want the people. I want the people to I want the government to have research more research institutes. and more research universities, more funding towards the research, because I would like to quote one of the Sudha Murthy's, because I listened to her once. So Sudha Murthy quoted once that if you do not invest right now in research, then 50 years later you have to double it up and then again invest, because investment is something you have to do once, but it is up to you whether you invest in right now or whether you invest it later on. Again, we need to invest more in technical fields, because again it is becoming a very big market in America and UK. Why I'm saying America and UK? Because they are developed countries. They have much more advanced government. They have more funding. They have more investors. That's why we have to learn from them as well. Again, as a president of, because see, president won't do anything. We need a prime minister, and because prime minister has the right. Okay, prime minister is the main who is making all the rules
No,
and
no.
regulations.
Actually, by saying president, I mean the prime minister, because the prime minister
Okay.
refers to
Yeah,
the president in some countries.
because
Okay.
here we have prime minister, but in UK and US we have like
Yeah.
in USA we have president. So the main person in the power, right? So I think Sarah left by chance, right? I'll continue. There's no issue with that. And as a president, I would like to first of all provide the basic necessities, because we need the people to survive. We need manpower. We need labor. We need people to come together and form a uniformity, from unity to further work for the betterment of the society. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your valuable words. You really astonished everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, Eliza. So we'll go next. Khadija, are you ready? Would you like to know? Go next, Khadija. What about Kulthum? Kulthum, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Kulthum, we were talking about the government, and that is the the primary topic, and we got some subtopics like what is a government for you? Like according to you, like for you, what is a government, and how should a government be? And what do you think the most important thing that a government has to do for its people? And you suppose if you were become a prime minister, what thing you would do first? Yeah, and as a student, what do you expect the government to do for your better or future betterment?
Okay. So I think it depends on every country how should a government be, because every country's tradition and cultures and philosophical perspectives are different. So the one thing, the basic principle which every government should follow is transparency, and transparency of every action and decision that the government take for its people of the country. And what was the next question?
The next question, okay, you can just say you are a student, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much interested to know, like, what would be your perception regarding this question? Like, as a student, what do you expect the government to do for your better futurement?
Better
Sorry,
future.
future betterment.
I feel like our education system is very degree oriented. Degrees are not as much valued as they were in the past, and I think it should be skill oriented, our education system, because in today's world, when we go to the interview, when we go for the interview, so most of the MNCs and companies, they ask for us a skill and they don't see our CGPA percentage in our degree, in our certificate. So I think
Mhm.
it would be better for our education system if it becomes skill oriented, and
Exactly.
also for people,
Uh,
and also those people who are not pursuing any graduation or post graduation, they can also earn if they have any skill.
but having graduation is the basic requirement that is
Yes.
requested by the companies. That what the
Mm-hmm.
companies require.
Yes, it is,
And
but the people who aren't able to afford it, so if they know any skill, they can still earn.
mhm. Exactly. Sometimes the skills are, chosen over the degrees. But degrees
Mm-hmm.
are the least quality or the least eligibility that may allow you to
Mm-hmm.
appear in an interview to opt
Yes.
for a job, or if you want to get a job. So, I mean, I experienced the same thing when I was working at a company called RMV Workforce Corporation, which is located in Aligarh, okay, Shamshad. The majority of the people who worked with us, the co-workers, majority of the co-workers who had worked with us were from, the professional course background, like the MBA, BTech. I was just wondering at like sorry, I mean a BTech or a MBA student being a employee at a company where a MA graduate can you do the same work and for the same money, for the same income. And I got surprised. So this is the same. The companies, they choose skills of the candidates over the graduations. That's really good. But so what do you think how we can enhance and how our governmental education institutions can enhance and improve and elevate the skills and the what can I say, the skills of the students, how we can make it more vocational and skill oriented, and the caliber, how can we push the caliber of the students at our schools. You said you detect some mistakes in our
Mm-hmm.
education system that has to be corrected, that has to be resolved. So doing what, like what is the way that you prefer, that way, I
Uh,
mean, by doing that we can lift up the problem that we are facing right now.
well, the government can introduce skills in our colleges and schools which students can follow according to them.
Mhm,
Like for me, it's painting. If the government introduced a side subject as a painting, then I would really like to study that.
mhm. Do you know about I mean, I just forgot that course. Okay. So she already mentioned, like Aliza, she mentioned about the government should ensure the access to the quality education for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
make education affordable. I mean, you also mentioned like make sometimes you said the education sometimes it's confined on the people who can afford, because some courses are very expensive. The poor people can't pursue them. Okay, many courses are like, so government can
Mm-hmm.
substitute, like do some they can offer like so scholarships and grants and subsidies to make higher education accessible to all, right?
Yes.
So we need. Do you think that by providing an excessive career guidance and counseling can help students make informed choices about their future? Like how, and also some students are very confused. After I mean, at the end of at the verges of the degree, at the verges of the
Mm-hmm.
graduation, they are like they are still confusing. What should they do after the graduation? As you mentioned, you were confused, like you were discussing with your friends, like what should we do after your graduation. So do you think that we are lacking at our institutions, that we are lacking a proper supportive and learning environment where we can fetch career?
Yeah. Yeah. Sir left.
I'm sorry, I was disconnected. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
You got my point?
Yes, I got your point. So I think it would really help for us if the government do any career counseling session for us, because I was also very confused in high school. What subject should I choose in 11th? Either science, commerce, or humanities. And I never liked science, but my family wanted me to choose science. But I was not interested in it at all. So I went for commerce and I chose it. But I researched myself in my 10th on which subject should I choose in 11th. And it would have been better for me if there were any career counseling session.
Hmm. Okay. Have you heard of any programs or any sort of governmental ventures or governmental, I mean, the government initiatives uh, for the innovation and support student mental health? Any programs? Have you heard of any programs or initiatives of the government which meant for student support and I mean and their mental health?
Student support and
mental health. I mean, and something like that.
Uh,
Have you heard of any governmental initiative?
no, no, never.
You never experienced.
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. And what else would you would like to add more regarding this
But
topic?
I think recently government introduced something, SWAM something, and there are so many courses that we all can pursue, and they all are free. Uh,
Really?
yeah. As far as also
Okay.
sent that on Aligarh Renaissance.
Okay. So, I mean, like what? Can you elaborate more? The
So they
government, they out some programs which is
introduce,
accessible for everyone, free
yeah,
of
there are
cost.
many, yeah, it is free of cost, but we have to pay some amount of money if we want to give the exam. But the course is free, and there are so many courses, like 34 around something.
So, will the courses given offline or online?
It's online.
Online. Do you think that online courses will help a student to be skilled?
Yeah, they can help if the students are interested in it.
Uh, Okay.
Like
So, you
Aligarh
think
Nasa
that
also Aligarh Nasa also arranged so many classes for us, but there are so less students who attend those classes because they are not interested in
But
it.
it is a non-profit government organization.
Yeah, it is not. Yeah, it is non-profit government organization, but I'm talking about the will of the students. If they want to, learn something, there are so many things out there. But if they are not interested, then we can't help anything about it.
okay, very good. Interesting. So, Khadija, are you there?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa
Hello.
alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Can you hear me? Khadija, I don't think that you're having a stable internet at the moment. It's breaking. I can hardly hear you. Hello?
Sir,
Okay.
I'm not be able to listen to you.
She's speaking to me?
Yes, sir.
You can hear her?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear? Can you hear Khadija?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Actually,
I'm
sir, Khadija
can.
is speaking.
Okay, maybe I am having a trouble now. I mean, hearing her voice. Maybe I would just exit and come back. Just 1 second.
Hello. Hello.
You are audible.
Okay, Khadija, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, now you're audible. So I was asking, is there anything that you can say about this? Would you like to comment on this? It would be much appreciated if you mark any of your comments. I mean, any of your words.
I think you asked last time national government scheme for mental health for the student. I heard
Hello.
somewhere national.
Okay,
Hello.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
National Mental Health Program (NMHP) was initiated in 1982, but reconstructed 2000, I think 2003, and the momentum or the ideology of this scheme was to upgrade the psychiatric
ranks of in the medical field with the help of this program. I think for the student, for encouraging the mental health of the pupils for the student exclusively. I'm right, sir?
Okay. No, no, I haven't heard of any program which which were set for students' mental health and improving their like counseling, which provides counseling. I mean, do you have any counseling cells at your school?
Sir,
Is
no,
there any
sir.
cell?
Sir,
Okay,
there's no
okay,
counseling.
okay.
In women's college, I think there's a counseling cell, but I have never heard anyone go there and talk. I don't think so. I have heard anyone.
Yes, in Abdullah Hall there is
That- that-
counseling
that-
cell.
That's a fact. That's a fact. There's a very untold and unfolded hidden faculties available and facilities are available for the students at our institutions. But we are just, we just don't show interest, in them, or we are not just taking note of they
Government
are
is
like
having
available for us. What?
Problem is we are never told about these counseling things when they are most required. The problem is they should tell us about it in 10th and in 12th. This is the most important. They are the turning points of a career. When you are already doing bachelor's or BSc or something, that is like that at that point there's no point of having a counseling thing because you have already took a path. Now you have to follow it. And then after you basically counseling thing is like they help you out in your future career. But I'm afraid they won't know what most of the courses we can further take after bachelor's.
Hmm. Very good. I could not hear you the last words you said, but it's fine.
Actually, when we are in bachelor's, after bachelor's, we are expected to do masters or masters in MBA or like we are expected to do some other things. But I am afraid I do not think that the counseling person actually knows what we're supposed to do after bachelor's. Because even we are confused whether what we are doing is right or wrong. Because we were never told about it whether it is right or wrong. All the main banner of the main campaigning banner is that either you become an engineer, either you become a doctor, either you become a failure. The problem is there.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
Like personally, I really liked arts. I really liked fine arts, but I was kind of like dragged into this phase of like sciences and the other things. Thankfully, I managed to survive that phase. After that, I got engaged in one subject and I was really into it. Now that's why I'm doing bachelor's honors in biochemistry. I'm doing well in this because I liked it. But most of the people who are there, they wanted to go for MBBS, they wanted to go for engineering. They are having very tough time because this is not what they wanted, but they are just going through this phase. So I personally feel like this is very this is not good for them. This is actually not this is a kind of what you say ninth stuff in English. I'm not sure about it, but this is not right with them. So counseling is required, and I have never heard of any government initiative. Sorry to say this, but I have never heard of anything like this. And there's a real life incident that I faced in class 12 when we were supposed to go for a counseling session. But the thing was
Mm-hmm.
that in
Mm-hmm.
counseling session we were only told about which batch you can join after 12 for a MBB for a NEET or JEE. Like that, what was that? I was really flabbergasted because I was not going to join for any of those two. Then I just left that counseling session. That was not worth the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's unfortunate that many of our institutions are running out of, the counseling sources for the students, which facilitate the counseling and which provide the mental, support for the students. Actually, yeah, I was just wondering why do they don't do, and still, even though many students they undergo, depression, and thinking, like deep down inside the mind it's very disturbed and they have a lot of confusions, they are mentally unstable. So I think that's a important part that where the government has to implement sort of initiatives regarding this.
And at like around when you are in 10th like when you are in 10th, that is, you are very young. You don't know what you are supposed to do. That is very important for you to understand
Exactly.
which stream you should choose. And also, there is one thing that yes, counseling session is not only mandatory for students. I believe it should be a part of parents' education as well, because they don't understand what we are trying to choose and why we are trying to choose, and further what scope we have in this. Because they don't, because most of the people which are from rural areas, they won't understand what the person is trying to choose. And even that person has a talent in, even that child has a talent in it, they won't recognize it, and they will just try to like force them into the rat race. So that is also necessary.
I really don't know. Is it? I don't still don't know whether is it because of my device or because of the unstable internet. I'm getting disconnected very often without me knowing, without me, without my permission. The device tends to, disconnect it. It tends to go disconnected. It's fine. So, as well.
Uh, yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So, as far I just want to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
We were talking about the government, and I would like to ask you, what are the things? I mean, what are the initiatives, and what are the government like the things which government can do to empower the students to succeed and become an active citizen and contribute positively to the society? What are the things by providing them, like the providing those?
Sir, sorry for interrupting. Your voice is not clear for me. I don't know. It's my connection or yours.
Is it the same with everyone?
Yeah,
Am I
your voice
audible?
is breaking.
Is it
Breaking.
breaking? Yeah.
Yes, your voice is bringing a lot, like in your.
Okay, okay. Just let me fix it. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir,
Hello?
you're audible.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I was asking, what are the things by providing which Okay, what are the things, and by providing which the government can empower the students to succeed. Like the government can lead the students to the succeed, to success, and to become an active citizen and contribute good things for its society. I mean, his society or her society. What do you think?
Sir, sorry, like I'm not able to understand your answer question basically. So, are you asking like what should government do for for the upliftment of a student?
Oh, okay. Like, and what? How can I work? How can I work a government to empower the students? And I mean, in order to make them a, a good citizen, and in order to prepare them to contribute good things for the society.
Okay, first of all, I think the government who is working in a country, in whatever a country, it can be our country also. So, firstly, the government is basically doesn't have any personal interest with the power. If he have a power, he doesn't firstly don't have any personal interest toward his power, and the many thing he can do for especially for school children, for college student. So for he can do in the school he can provide skill training in school, and he can uh, like I'm not well prepared, but I can add up some point. So I think he can provide a scholarship for the student for upliftment of it, and I think he can provide better facilities in the school, especially in the government school. For example, he midday program already in we can see it's not we can see in the government school is not properly working. So program midday meal should be implemented in the all school of the rural areas. So
That's a
that's
good thing.
how.
I really appreciate that. That's a good point. Yeah, the you know the lunch,
uh,
the,
in
yeah, the
every
lunch,
I
the lunch distribution must be
in every rural
implemented
areas.
every school, so especially in rural areas. That would be a great thing, and that's gonna help far better than we expect. That's beyond what we expect. It would be a great thing and valuable.
So I think rather than establishing more government schools or more government institution,
Can
he
you hear
should
me?
work on the school
Can you
on
hear
the
me? Hello.
yes sir. Can I
It's really,
can you
yeah. I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off. My internet is. I don't know is it because my internet or what. I feel very pissed off and frustrated out of my internet. Okay, so I was saying that the point that you mentioned, the lunch distribution must be implemented every institution especially in rural areas, because that's going to be a valuable contribution, and especially be accounted for a valuable asset. I mean, in their in educational, academic life. That's a really good point. I really appreciate that.
So I was saying that I think the thing government can do, rather than establishing new schools, new colleges, he should work on the colleges on the government school which is already established. We can see if we go through on a data, or basically every most of the rural areas have government school, we can see, but it is not perfectly working. So he should provide he should train the basically government teachers especially in the rural areas, and he should inspect the school from time to time and check the quality of education. So that's how education system can be changed in our country.
Exactly. By initiating sort of teacher training programs and counseling So
Like
by doing that,
it is just a waste of money to establishing more institution, because we already have many institution. We, even you can see in your village, in your town, already we have a government school everywhere. So rather than establishing more institution, we should uh, uh, hello, I was disconnected. Sir is not here also. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Aswara, you are audible.
Where is sir? Are you, everyone is done with your point, with your argument? Is class is over or not? Is class is over? Class over. Class is over. Class. Class is already
So I think we should end the meeting because Mr. Nihal has messaged on the group. He is not able to speak. I think we should end.
yeah, we can yeah.
If you guys want to discuss anything, you can. You all are free.
What are you saying? Ruqayya, what are you saying?
I was saying if you all want to continue, then we can. Otherwise, I should laugh, I think.
Yeah, we can end because some guest already here is my home, so I was attending them. Yeah, we can end. I'm not in a mood to speak anything today, but sir was continuously texting me, "Where are you? Where are you?" I had joined the class, and I wasn't expecting today he will take a class because yeah, that's why I think most of the students were not aware about the class today. That's why they couldn't join. I think. Okay, Allah Hafiz everyone.
Allah Hafiz.